week coming to you from my new RV. This week I want to talk about dining tips. Now, when we make a dining reservation at Disney, what we do is check the menus and see if there is, see what is there that I can eat because I have a tender dining thing. I have a tender appetite, and there are certain things that I can and can't eat. But I am working on it. But anyway, because everyone has different eating habits, and also when you're at the restaurant, if you have trouble figuring out the menu, you can ask to talk to the chef, and we have done that many, many times. And the chef will come out and they will explain everything. That's what they're there for. Because they're not just there to cook a meal for you, but they are there to provide Disney magic. Because that is what at the top of their resume. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney cooking with abilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's top 5. So, the Disney hotels are, of course, part of the fun, and there are some hotels that are easy to get to and from the park from. Whether it's walking or or monorail or Skyliner. So this week we are going to cover my top 5 easy access hotels. Number 5, the Swan and Dolphin hotels. That they We have stayed at both of them now, and they are great. They are both with they are with they along with some of the other things I will talk about are within walking distance of Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios, and it's just nice to be able to walk to a park from your hotel. Same with number 4, the Beach Club, which is literally right next door to the International Gateway at Epcot. Yeah, yeah, because the Beach Club is beautiful. It's it gives you that New England style. Of course, being living in New England. Number 3, the Pop Century Resort, which in my opinion is the second best value resort, and it is right on the Skyliner, and it shares the Skyliner system with its neighbor across our Hourglass Lake, which is also number 2. Of course, my favorite hotel, the Art of Animation. I can't say it enough. Art of Animation is perhaps the best themed hotel at Walt Disney World, period. It's beautiful. It makes you feel like you are in the movie. And seeing all those characters up close, and you just can't beat it. And my number 1 easy access hotel, Bay Lake Tower, which of course is the BBC area that is across the bridge from the Contemporary. It is great because if you're going to Epcot, you can go across the bridge to the Contemporary, go on the monorail, go at TTC, and then hop onto another monorail to go to Epcot. But what's even, but when you're going to Magic Kingdom, you can just walk to Magic Kingdom because It is right there. And that's why we love staying at Bay Lake Towers so much. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite easy access hotel is. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. So on both coasts, you will find a shopping and nighttime entertainment district. At Walt Disney World, it's Disney Springs, which over the years has doubled in its size as it has started off as just the Disney Village Marketplace. Then Pleasure Island came along, and then the West Side. Then Pleasure Island closed in 2009, and then when down when it became officially Disney Springs, it all doubled in size and with even more stores and restaurants. And at Disneyland, it's still simply downtown Disney. And while it is not as big as Disney Springs, it still has great entertainment, shopping, and dining. And it has the mini rail station, which is what I call the Disneyland monorail because it's so small. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which shopping district you prefer, Disney Springs, or DAT, Downtown Disney. And now it is time for my humble opinion. So, I love the UK Pavilion at Epcot, but I think it needs more love. I know it was supposed to be getting some sort of Mary Poppins attraction in there, which I think would have been amazing. Of course, we never had any actual idea what the Mary Poppins attraction was going to be. But when COVID struck, Disney had to shelf the project. But I hope that what up, man? Thanks, man. But as I was saying, I hope that Disney decides to return to this project in the future. That's my humble opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So, you remember last week I was talking about what is Disney waiting for with their Halloween announcements, and I have a feeling they heard me because we got a whole lot of announcements for Halloween. Like Disney's Not So Scary Halloween parties this year will be kicking off August 9th. Now, if you ask me, August 9th is way too early to start celebrating Halloween, but it's Disney, so what are you going to do? And also, I think they're doing that because that's when a lot of kids are down in Florida are starting to go back to school. And they announced a whole lot for this year's Not So Scary. I mean, they say there's going to be more villains. So that means I hope that they'll have rare villains like they do in California for their Oogie Boogie Bash. You know, like say bring Judge Doom to the Not So Scary in Florida. And also Bruno from Encanto will be making his first ever meet and greet in Walt Disney World. But we don't talk about Bruno. At least that's what I heard. And the Boo to You parade will be an hour early, which would have been great for me last year because I was just about ready to pass out from all the excitement. Although, to be fair, I did wake up at 4 in the morning to go down to Florida for my first ever Not So Scary. Yeah, I did enjoy doing Not So Scary last year. It was fun. I currently have no plans to do it this year, but maybe in the future, and if I have the money. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. I'll make sure it gets to a future episode. For this week's shoutouts, he's in the chat. My buddy Mikey Magic, or as I like to call him, the artist formerly known as Mousepiration. He does amazing vlogs. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Princess and the Bear. They do amazing food reviews from the many parks and restaurants. Check them out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She is doing a mystery live stream this coming Wednesday. So, definitely check her out and figure out which park she's going to be streaming from. Also, if you want to know about stuff at Disneyland, make sure you guys check out Fresh Baked Disney. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, quack.